Marriage Matters, a midweek moment hosted by South Suburban Missionary Baptist Church, where our pastor is Dr. Clinette Jones. Toss it up. Pastor Jones in the house. We are Team Barrett. We are the marriage ministry leaders at South Suburban, and we are in love. Yes, we're in love. And today we have two of our good friends. We call them our cuz. We have two great people. We have Stacy and Danielle. What up, guys? How are you guys?
Wonderful. How are you, sir?
We are fantabulous. Fan-stinking-tabulous. We're good.
Doing good.
Tell us a little bit about you guys.
Well, my name is Stacy Allen. This is my queen, Danielle Allen. We've been together 25 years. We are the proud parents of 4. One of our kids happened to be an angel. We are still in the creating first in our marriage, that way the love never dies.
And we've been married 20 years.
20 years married, 25 years together.
Okay. Y'all getting old in this thing.
We're getting better in this
thing. That's what's up. Hey, it's good. You almost 21. You almost grown in it. Almost.
I appreciate that.
Almost grown in this. That's what's up. But we glad to have you guys today. We are super excited. And we're going to start off with our first question.
Does marriage matter and why?
You want first?
Yes, I can go first. Absolutely. It matters. It's the beginning. It sets the foundation for the families. It actually sets foundations for people that you don't even know that's actually watching you. We've had so many people say that we've watched you guys over the years, and we appreciate how you guys show the love toward each other, and it has actually helped us in our marriage.
Wow.
So I definitely think that it matters. And one of the reasons why is you get to develop a unselfishness. You get to develop a oneness, a spiritualness with your spouse.
That's dope.
And it also matters because it's not just physical, it's spiritual and emotional as well. So, you have to look at it from all avenues. A marriage is a union. It's like the mirror of your God in church.
Absolutely.
So it's fun, as we say.
Right.
Yeah. That's what's up. One thing that we love that we keep hearing continuously when we ask this question is that a lot of people always say they bring God into it. And if anything, from this last 4 weeks, I want engaged couples, married couples, want to be married couples, want to be engaged. You want somebody to put a ring on it. Understand that you always got to keep God in the center of everything. If God is in the center, can nothing tear it apart? Nothing. I would not say nothing. I don't care if the woman want to be mad. If God is in the center, he gonna fix that thing, right? And so we have, or vice versa. If the man want to be mad, God's gonna fix that thing. So you have to keep God in the center of your marriage, of your relationship, of your life. God has to be the center of your life first before you even can make it the center of your marriage, right? Because before you can be one with your spouse, you have to be one with yourself.
Amen.
This is true.
Right?
This is true.
So that is one good thing that I love about that. And what you got to also make sure is that you are setting that example, being that example, whether you know it or not. Like you said, people have walked up to you and said, hey, man, like, I love the way that you love your wife, or I love the way that you love on your husband. You have to do it purposely, right? You have to do it on purpose, because if you're trying to put on a show for somebody, it's going to show. And you're going to be miserable. You're just going to be miserable because you're putting on an act, and your spouse know that you're being phony with them, right? And so you have to do it purposely. And that's one thing that I think me and my wife fell in love with you guys with, is that you guys purposely and you choose to love each other. And that's one thing that is so dope about a marriage, is that you gotta choose to love one another, right? That's a choice.
Absolutely.
You know, it's a choice, and that's why marriage matters. You know,
Well, when you say that you have to do it with a purpose, that's the only way you're going to receive the blessings from God anyway.
yeah,
You know, it says that he who finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor. That's the only way you're going to receive
Preach
this
that.
favor is love.
You was preaching.
It's love, with a purpose. That's the only way you obtain the favor. Because if you just doing it for show and God knows your heart, you're not going to receive any favor behind that.
You right about that, man. You were so right, Doc. Do you guys feel torn between your spouse and other obligations and responsibilities?
I would say in the past, and I really want people to understand, it took some time to really get to the bottom. And just once my motto became God first, family second, and work third, then everything else just lined up perfectly. So I didn't have to make those decisions. I didn't have to make those choices. I knew what my goals was and what my motto was in life. And God will send his people to show up for you when you think you lacking. So I learned to not put things in over family first.
And I totally agree with what she said in the beginning. I thought that I had to work from sun up to sundown to actually provide for them, not knowing that I'm missing out on time with my family, trying to make money for the family. Once I decided and it was placed in my heart to put God first, and then my family, and then everything else, she's absolutely right. Everything else lined up. As soon as you think you're lacking, here comes somebody knocking on the door.
Yeah.
Because he didn't place it in their spirit to come and take care of one of his.
And that's one thing as a man, I think that we struggle with, is because we feel that our job is to make the money, make sure that the house is good and all of that. Instead of, and what's crazy, again, this is something that we talked about all 4 weeks, is that time is very important in a marriage and your family. You have to create that time. You have to create the memories, because it's like, I know I this was one thing that I struggle with. I think, Brother Stacy, I even talked to you about it a couple of times on making sure that I'm not putting my job first and making sure that the family come first. And that's something that, like Danielle said, is that in the beginning it was a struggle.
Yeah.
Because my mindset was that, okay, well, I got to make sure that this is paid, that is paid, all of that. And I was missing out on all the opportunities, all the kids' games, all of everything. And one thing that I always I laughed at as I began to get older in this journey is that I remember seeing videos of like watching movies and stuff, and then the dad would say, "Where was I at on that picture?" And I was like, they was like, "Dad, you weren't there, remember?" Like, and I never wanted to be that daddy, like, I wasn't taking I wasn't the one taking the picture. I wasn't there at all, and y'all on vacation, So you got to make sure that your obligation and your responsibility start at home first.
Absolutely.
You agree, Boo?
Yes, I do.
You got anything on the add? Okay.
Okay, next question. How often do you try new things together?
Often.
Very often.
That has been one of my teachings forever. Always make time for each other. And it doesn't have to be something expensive. It could be the littlest things to create moments and spend some time with each other. I mean, believe me, we still, after 25 years, are creating first for each other. It's unbelievable, but we definitely make time for each other.
And that creating first, it was dropped in my spirit. We sitting at a live jazz band playing, and in my mind, I'm hearing the Holy Spirit say, "You guys are still creating first." And later on that night, when we was talking, when we made it back to where we was going, she iterated exactly what the Holy Spirit had told me. So I'm saying, as long as we on one accord and we in this oneness, and we still continue to create the first, the love will never die.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. That's one thing that you got to do is create the memories, man. You got to create the memories, Doc. One thing that it is that like if you keep dating each other and keep doing this stuff, it would never go dull. There would be never there's no room to for any outsideness, any distractions, nothing like that to come in, because you guys are still in that, you know. When I was working overnights and stuff, I'll call and I'll be like, "What you doing?" You know, like how we was when we was dating. You know, like what you doing? Knowing they go well at 10 o'clock at night she sleep, but I'm still fan. What you doing? Where you at? Oh, you got plans, right? But you gotta keep that. You know, you gotta keep that spunk in. If not, you know, you get bored and everything starts to seem like a routine. And when there's a routine, where's the fun at? Somebody's going to get bored in that.
Yeah, because I don't do well with repetitiveness. I can't.
Oh.
I don't.
Not at all. Now, I can say a couple of things that she's been okay with in the last 25 years as far as repetitiveness. And that's me bringing flowers and Issey Miyake.
That's just an all-time favorite.
Those two things. Anything else? After about 6-7 months of trying this and doing that repetitively, you see that ain't it no more. It's time to move on to something else.
Yeah, Issey Miyake, that's the cologne, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah,
I got that one time, and it was expensive, so I let it last for like 4 years. I only wore certain occasions. That stuff was expensive.
The next bottle is on us.
Hey, that was expensive, Doc. I made sure when she bought me that, I wore it on special occasions. We gonna find somebody wedding to go to. We gonna crash a wedding so I can wear this Issey Miyake.
Absolutely.
With that being said,
with repetitiveness.
Yeah, I understand that. With that being said, though, do you guys have scheduled time together? Like, or activities that you both like look forward to doing?
Yeah, you know what? Actually, we do. We both look forward to doing date nights for other people.
Oh.
You know, when we get together and we plan these things out and we got the games and the people was actually interactive in the games.
Yeah.
We have fun watching the people enjoying themselves.
Yeah. Well, one thing that I can say, let me let you guys on the outside that's watching us on this via YouTube or Facebook, the Allens are great hosts, right? You're going to get some good food, and if you don't eat their food, you're in trouble. Like, they going to look at you cockeyed if you don't eat their food, right? But they are great hosts. The game nights is really fun, and that's one thing that me and my wife love and we miss since this COVID thing that happened. Yeah. We done lacked up on our game nights and and all the fun and joking and laughing, and that's something that we look forward to doing. Like when we knew that, because again, guys, a little more history of Team Allen. They're part of C2B1 as well, and so they host a lot of the fun events and stuff, and so we look forward to the meetings at the Allen's house, right? Not to say no shade to nobody else. Everybody else is good, but we knew that game night was going to be lit over there, right? We knew that the meeting was going to be lit when we got there. And so you have to find those things to be able to look forward to. And that goes back to keeping like-minded people in your circle. Yeah. Right? People that are on the same page as you, people that have not necessarily the same vision, but the same thought process that you have for your marriage. I always tell people like the way that I tie my bow tie is not the same way that Stacy tie his, right? But in the end, they resemble each other, right? Mm-hmm. And so you have to keep that likeness around you, because when I'm pulling, like if you tie in a bow tie, if I'm being pulled through or going around some things, because Stacy is wearing a tie as well, he also had to be pulled through some things and pulled around some things, so we could get each other together when we trying to make sure that our ties are looking good, right? If I can say, hey, brother, your tie's a little crooked, right? And that's just how our marriages are. When you are with and surround yourself with like-minded people, you can be able, hey man, this is what you probably should do, or hey man, this is what when we got faced with that issue, this is what we did, right? And so you got to look forward to those interactions and engagements with other people of the same stature as you and your spouse. And there's one thing that we love. We love going out with Team Allen. They are like some of the dopest people. So I'm just giving them a shout out. Team Allen rocks. And if you need some chocolate covered strawberries or anything like that, hit up Team Allen because they got you for your chocolate covered strawberries and all that. They made me the man on Valentine's Day. And husbands out there, if you need the hookup, tell them Stephen sent you. Again, you might not get no discount, but just tell them Stephen sent you so I can get the credit for it. All right. So you got to make sure that you look forward to those different type of things, those different type of events, or the different type of activities, like going for a walk. We used to go downtown, and like she said, it don't have to be expensive. We used to go downtown, park for $6 in the garage, walk to Navy Pier. Yeah, my chunky self walked all the way to Navy Pier and back, and it was the best time of our life. And we spent $6. You know what I mean? So you got to look forward to those type of activities and things. The best part about it is that you together with your loved one. You together with your boo, with your king, your queen, and it's just you time. And so you got to look forward to those type of things. What you think, babe? You agree?
Yep.
You concur?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, she concurs.
Okay, next question. Can your spouse count on you to do what you say you were going to do?
Absolutely. We have made it a habit since the beginning.
Yeah.
If we say that this is what we're going to do, this is exactly what's going to happen. I don't want to be one of those people that, especially with my queen, that I'm not the one that she can actually rely on.
Yeah.
So she would take that to somebody else to get whatever it is that needs to be done. That would just crush my spirit. And if it's something that I can't handle and I have to reach out to somebody, then that's totally different. But if I tell her that I'm going to do something, or vice versa, if she tells me she's going to do something, it has been that way since we moved in together. I could say that 24 years ago. Since we moved in together and lived under the same roof, it has been that way.
That's dope. That's dope. Hey, you look like you want to elaborate.
No, I agree with everything he was saying. Like, I agree that you have to have an understanding from day one. That's the only way things are going to flow the way you want it to flow. You have to talk to each other and just establish from the beginning. This is what it is. This is what we're going to do. We're not going to let that outside noise interfere.
Yep.
I got you. You got me. And we keep it moving.
I got you, babe.
I was just thinking that. I swear. Yeah.
Like-minded people. I tell you, man. Like-minded people, man. Like-minded people.
All the time you get us in trouble.
See, you gotta be able to depend on each other. Because at the end of the day, and this is why it's good to keep dating each other, because when the kids is gone and everybody else is gone, all you got is each other, right? Yeah. And so I have to be able to have her trust and vice versa. She have to be able to have my trust to understand that when I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. Now, one thing that I got to say, because I'm very transparent, is that sometimes when she be like, babe, can you take this to the garage? I'm like, I'm going to get it. It might be a week and a half later, but I'm going to get it there. Listen, I'm very transparent. I'm very honest. It don't get done the day she asked me, but it'll get done at some point. Right? Hey, I'm transparent. I'm not gonna sugarcoat anybody. I know there's some men out there that ain't jumping as soon as their wife tells them to go do it. So I know I ain't by myself on this. But listen, Stacey, you do it as soon as she tell you to do it?
If I can, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, I don't want to, whatever it is that she's asking me to do, if it's been sitting there for a while, I don't want to keep looking at it either. Right. So if she said, hey, can you move that to the garage? You're talking 3 minutes. not 3 weeks. It's
You said absolutely. Thank you for joining us on this week of. No, I'm joking.
I don't want to continue to look at it, man.
I got you.
It's one of those things where if vice versa, if I ask you to do something, I'm expecting that in return. It needs to be reciprocated. It can't just be one way.
I got you. I say it get done. It's just
not right there.
Be like forever.
And see, that's what that right there is something I don't ever want to hear. That right there.
Hey, but listen, sometimes I do it on purpose so that I know she's gonna keep talking to me, right? So she's gonna keep asking me to take it. So she's still gonna be talking to me though.
No. You causing her not to talk to you because
she gonna ask me. That's one thing I know about my wife. She gonna ask me.
That's not talking to you.
Whose side are you on, brother?
I'm trying to give you a nugget, man. You're not
receiving it. Side are you on? You're supposed to be rocking with the boy.
I'm on the happy marriage side, man.
We happy?
Sometimes I see. Okay.
No, but I get you. Yeah. Well, again, that's something that I'm working on.
Okay.
Please.
He didn't get better.
Yeah.
He didn't get better.
Yep.
See, that's all it
takes. This time only took 2 days. Please. Be patient with me.
There you go.
God is not through with me yet. See, we gotta keep doing it. Oh, I do not own the rights to that song. I just gotta put that out there. I don't want nobody to get it, brother. I do not own the rights to that song. What advice, since you was giving me that nugget, which I sincerely appreciate, and I'm gonna put it in my back pocket and take it out when I get upstairs. But what advice would you give an engaged or newlywed couple?
Just be patient. When you're going into this thing, make sure that this is the person that you can't be without in this world.
Yeah.
Make sure that God has ordered your steps, and this is the one that He has actually created for you. Don't get married just because time has said, okay, we've been together for this long. We need to just go ahead and do that. If that's not what's in your spirit, then that shouldn't be on your plate. That shouldn't be there. Talk to God first. Ask God if this is the person that you created for me. Continue to place in me the way that you want me to love that person that you created.
Yeah.
If you do that, you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong at all.
Professor Allen, you got something to add to that?
I will honestly say allow that person to grow and change. Don't expect that same person year 1 to be the same person in year 3.
Yeah.
People change. Everything changes. Your personality, your taste buds, your physical appearance. Like, people change. So you have to grow with that person. Yeah.
You're right. I think that's something else that you guys said. You got to be open to change.
Right.
Because everybody's not the same. I think I shared with them week 1. Back in the day, I used to like my feet rubbed. I don't like my feet rubbed no more because it's tickled. So, I changed, right? And so you got to be open to change, right? One thing is, like Stacy said, don't get married because it's a fad. I hate it when they say it's wedding season or I got baby fever. No, you ain't got no fever. You better take a Tylenol and go sit down somewhere, because this is something that is serious, This is not just something, I'm going to sign my name on this piece of paper and we're going to have this big old fancy wedding with everybody and their mama there. No. If you want to wear a dress, throw like a prom or something or do something fancy like that. You don't go get married because, like Stacy just said, it's the next thing. 10, 11, 12 years. First off, if you 10, 11, 12 years and you still don't know what you want yet, that's an issue. That's something that you probably should work out first before you even, keep going. If you ain't did it in 10 years, 11 years, and y'all still just boyfriend, girlfriend, y'all need to figure something out, because at some point something ain't clicking, right. But neither here nor there. That's just my opinion. I'm not a doctor or nothing like that, but they're just my opinion. right? if my tomato plant outside ain't grown nothing in 10 years, I'm not gonna keep waiting on something to grow. I'm gonna have to figure something else out to make this tomato grow or this potato grow, right? And so don't just jump in this because your best friend just got married. Don't just jump in it because your sister got married and now your mama looking at you because you're the oldest child and telling you, well, your sister just got married. What's wrong with you? No, don't settle, because when you settle, you can cause yourself more harm than anything.
And yeah,
you got to find love or let love find you. You know what I mean? That when you find that person or that person find you, it's something that is truly God sent. Because when I found this person, when I found my wife, when I found this good thing that I found, whoo, that could take me in all by itself, because I know that I found a gem. I know that I found something that was meant for me and me only, right? Absolutely. And so, in spite of what people say or what it's supposed to have look like to other folks, we got the best thing going on since sliced bread. You know what I mean? Can't nobody tell us nothing about what we got. This is what I know God has for me and who God has for me, right? And so that's what you got to make sure in your mind, especially as the man. You need to make sure that person is who God has for you. Don't marry somebody that's only supposed to be in your life for a season. Because when you marry that person that's just for a season, now you got all these other issues. You need to find that lifetime person and that person that is meant for you. I know she had, when God made Clinette Michelle Pierce, her last name was Barrett since day one.
Preach.
So you got to make sure that you find that person that is for you.
Absolutely.
What God has for me, it is for me. I do not own the rights to that song either, but if you like me to sing it at your wedding, your anniversary party, I got you. Hit me up. Find me on Facebook. Yeah. But you got anything you want to add?
No, I don't.
You sure? You didn't like my singing?
It was all right.
It was okay. Okay. See, she supported me.
She do.
You guys have anything you would like to add?
Just continue to grow together, man. Don't stop growing together. Don't be afraid of change. The change is gonna come.
Yeah.
Be open to change.
And we sincerely miss you guys, honestly. It's been a long
We
time.
miss y'all. I know. We miss y'all for real.
Well, the COVID thing will be behind us in a minute, and Mr. Clinette, Mr. Barrett, you guys will be more than welcome to come by and sit down and break bread with us.
I come break some bread. I eat this time. That's one thing that I gained over COVID is I eat more now at other folks' house.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Only because I just miss it. I miss people say, you ain't gonna eat nothing.
That's great.
Well, thank you guys for joining us this week. I pray that your union be blessed beyond measures, that God continue to bless both of you, and not just you, but your seeds, and that your family keep walking in the favor of God, and that God continues to show you who he is in your life. We truly appreciate you guys joining us for this week's Marriage Matters. And we love you guys. And until we can get together again, we'll see you guys later. Love you guys.